is my version of testifying. Doing this film is my testimony. This has happened to me. I never heard from him again, ever, obviously. So I thought, could I have run him over? Did he try to get me as I was leaving and I didn't know it? I mean, I've always got the music blasting. It's snowing. I got the wipers going, the heater blasting. Did he come and hit the back of my car and I hit him in the knee and he was drunk and passed out and asphyxiated or something? And then when I hired David Yannetti, I asked him those questions the night of January 29th. Like, David, what if, I don't know, what if I ran his foot over? Or what if I clipped him in the knee and he passed out or went to care for himself and he threw up or passed out? And David said, yeah, then you have some element of culpability.
Her.
Goes to the front door of the house?
Yes.
Did you see him go in the house?
Yeah, I saw him approach the front door. I see him open the door and put his head inside.
At the foot of the driveway, it's snowing. John has no coat on. It's windy. So I drop him off. He goes up the driveway and approaches the side door. And as I see him approach the door, I look down at my phone. He walked up the driveway, and John always kind of skipped and walked at the same time. He was always in a rush. And I saw him reach the breezeway door, and I waited probably a minute, and he doesn't come. And it only took like 2 or 3 minutes for me to be irritated. So I called him. I didn't want to wait for him to respond to a text, and he didn't answer. I said, you've got to be kidding me. What are you doing? You just went in and I'm sitting here. Either we're welcome or we're not, but it shouldn't take you 5 minutes to determine that. And then about 10 minutes went by, and I left, and I was not happy. But little did I know, John was not getting my phone calls. And then that was it. The last I ever talked to him was when he got out of my car at Brian Albert's house.
And I thought, did he somehow try to flag me down, which was the reaction I was hoping to garner as I slowly pulled away from the house? Did he come out and maybe trip or bend over to pick up his cell phone and I ran over his foot and then he passed out drunk? I mean, I didn't think I hit him, but could I have clipped him? Could I have tagged him in the knee and incapacitated him? He didn't look mortally wounded as far as I could see, but could I have done something that knocked him out and in drunkenness and in the cold didn't come to again?
And this would have been the moment you dropped him off at the party, you're thinking?
Yeah, would have had to have been.
What happened, and there was one individual that replied several times, I hit him.
So she said, I hit him. She repeated it. You what? She repeated it one more time.
She asked if somebody could be alive in the snow without a jacket for many hours.
Did I hit him? I know I said I hit him, but did I really say it as many times as law enforcement's claiming I said it? I had told both Jen and Kerry that I cracked my taillight. And his mother leans over the kitchen island and says to me, I think he looks like he got hit by a car. He looks like he got hit by a car.
So did you go in reverse 24 miles an hour, 53 feet?
The data is what the data is, and it's going to come out cleanly, more cleanly.
Are we going to hear from Richard Green in this trial?
No.
Why not?
I believe the evidence is all out, and in part from Ian Whiffen.
Will you have
Are you still disputing the 227? Or, I mean, the 6 o'clock? The timestamp of Jenna?
That's been addressed.
Are you still...
My client has no criminal intent. She loved this man. She is devastated at what happened. And
We know who did it, Steve. We know. And we know who spearheaded this cover-up. You all know.
Who did it? We don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know. And it's not for us to know. Somebody other than Karen is responsible for that, for the killing of John.
Those walks are just lovely and bittersweet. Everyone's telling me they love me and I look beautiful and knock them dead, and it's a nice little ego bath that we take walking in there.
But you have to know that when you walk down the street, there are lots of people who look at Karen Read and who think, oh, there's that woman that got away with killing her ex-boyfriend who was a cop. How do you go through life knowing that there are lots of people who, despite what the jury said, still think you did it and you got away with it?
I've not had any evidence that there's lots of people who feel that way. I mean, I have lived more low-key in the last year. I've just struggled to not have the adrenaline that I had during trial. But I have no interactions, no matter where I go. The grocery store, a restaurant, Newbury Street in Boston, any hotel or restaurant I eat at. I don't pay for meals. I get discounts everywhere. My parents get help taking groceries. I don't have interactions. I have not seen lots of people. I haven't seen one. The support isn't relegated to what you saw at the courthouse. It's throughout Massachusetts, and it happens
so you've
when
never
I travel.
heard from one person who...
Not one. Well, there were people...
Have you been on the internet?
Yes, yeah,
okay.
I've seen tweets. I have not...
Oh, Karen. Karen.
She had about 2 seconds of buffering after that. Have you been on the internet?
Oh, you can see it, like this,
yeah,
and the way she looks down her nose at him, like, how dare you? And the fact that she mentioned Newbury Street, like, she was really trying to be like, oh, you have no idea. Like,
I mean,
he loves me.
I almost fell over when she said Newbury Street. I don't even know what to say about that appearance. I always get so nervous when she goes on somewhere, right? We all talk about it, that she's going. Remember, we were like, oh my God, she's going on the Today Show. And, I'm always worried that they're going to finally fix her and she's going to go and make a good impression and fool people and whatever. And then every single time I'm like, yep. I mean, keep talking.
Same Karen. Karen.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine you're walking in as the defendant in a murder trial. Someone has died, your boyfriend, and you're like, it's an ego bath.
It's lovely.
They tell me how pretty I am.
It's lovely. Those walks are lovely.
Yes. It's
I'm
amazing.
sure that they're lovely for the O'Keefe family.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She is, I'm glad there's only one Karen Reed.
Yes.
Yeah. For all the mothers in the world who have sons.
Yes.
Yeah, there's only one.
Yes.
Yeah, that was quite a statement she made. I'm sure Jackson was sitting there cringing when she was saying she doesn't pay for meal. I don't pay for meals. I get discounts. My parents' groceries. I mean, what?
It destroys her loss of reputation claims. It's gone now. It's completely gone. You went on national TV and you said that. You don't get to claim that anymore.
Yeah, you're like, she's seen no evidence. I've seen no evidence of that.
And how nice for her, right? Yeah.
Yes. How nice.
Hey, Karen, here's 3 right here.
Yeah.
Perhaps you've met us.
Right.
Yeah.
or seen us.
And what else happened this week that we need to talk about besides the disastrous Today Show?
The funnest thing was the letter that got stricken from the docket because it's improper. I think they probably got that from Betterow.
Yeah, I was going to say, who do you think told them to write a letter?
Yeah, somebody needs to let him know that that's not going to be allowed this go round.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
Preemptive strike on Betterow's letters.
Do we have the letter?
Yeah, I'll put it up. 1 second. Share this tab, and then let me share.
So this has to do with, for some reason, I'm sure y'all have noticed, they have really started attacking Colin Albert again. For some crazy reason, right? He wasn't even in the second trial. He wasn't even at 34 Fairview when Karen's SUV pulled up. The FBI knows that. Karen Reed knows that. Her defense team knows that. But for some reason, that was definitely her instructions for all of her cult. Because along with her civil lawyers, have been all over this kid.
Yeah. And let's just also add, remember, they pivoted to another person they blamed in the second trial. Colin was the first trial.
Yes.
They pivoted in the second trial because, and Colin wasn't even allowed to be brought up.
Yes.
And then in the civil trial, Karen is not even suing Colin Albert.
No.
Because she knows he wasn't there.
Right.
But
Yep.
But for some reason, the cult cannot get it through their head that I don't know. They just really want to go after this kid. They just really. It's disgusting.
It's gross. And they call him in their own letter. They call him a third party witness.
Yes.
So
in their own letter.
In their own stupid letter, they shot themselves in the foot.
Right.
Their own little whiny. I mean, this was I just pictured him like sitting on the floor crying to his mommy writing this letter. I mean, like, it's not fair. It's not fair. That's all I could think of when I read this.
What lawyer writes letters to the judge? Who are these people?
Mark Betterow.
Like, the judge must have been like, what is, I mean, clearly he was, because he addressed it. Like, what is this?
Yeah, they're not going to get away with this stuff. And so, our understanding is that Colin was deposed. Karen's team chose not to show up.
Yep.
So, Alan Jackson going on that Billy Bush show and saying that Colin wasn't deposed. That is a lie.
Yeah, he's a lie. He was deposed in the same building that her civil lawyers work in. So
yes,
they could have simply walked downstairs, upstairs, wherever it is. I mean,
and there's
2
how
minutes.
many of them? It's not like there's one. There's how many?
Right.
Like 55.
Yeah, stop it. Stop it.
At this point, she has as many attorneys as she claims people that were involved in this conspiracy.
You know what I was thinking about, and I'm going to post it. So in that October, I think it was October 3rd, 2022. Was it 2023 hearing? 2022 hearing. I think it was the first hearing that Jackson actually showed up at. He was telling Judge Kearney that, hey, we're not saying this is like a 50-person conspiracy. That's not what we're saying.
I remember that.
Well,
I remember that.
But now they're suing MSP and CPD, saying it's organizational rot. So yeah, you are saying it's like 700, million people.
Right.
Yeah, it just changes. I think what happened was they were like, hey, we can get away with this. People are going to believe it, which is just wild to me that people believe her story, because there are so many holes in it.
I'm sure that they were shocked that people believed this story.
They were.
Like he said, hey, we're not saying this was.
Yeah.
Because he probably thought to himself, oh my God, no one's going to believe this.
I mean, this is ridiculous. That's probably what they all thought. Like, this
but
is.
Then he was like, oh my God, look at these people.
Yeah.
Amassed.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. So we don't need to show the whole letter, right?
Yeah.
Basically, that's the letter.
Basically, it was whiny, whine.
Yeah.
Cry some more.
Yeah. And then hold on, wait a second. Did I drop it? Oh, hold on. Let me find it again really quickly. I pulled 2 of the same thing up instead of the other one that I need. So, oh no, this.
Somebody just asked if Alan Jackson has been married 4 or 5 times. I have no idea. I know he has a wife, a current wife, but I have no idea how many times he's been married.
I thought it was just twice.
Just twice?
I thought it was.
I'm kidding.
I thought it was like 4 times, but I mean, I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's just gossip that I've heard. I don't know for sure. Never tried to look it up.
So this is an order from Judge Gilday after the letter, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Telling the clerk's office that they will not docket copies of letters from counsel, that they have to file properly.
What he's basically saying is, do not docket their PR smear campaign. That's what he's saying.
So how mad?
He knows what that was.
How mad do you think Karen is? She's probably screaming.
Well,
do something.
I think she was really mad with that. And then she was probably super mad when she read this, which was that they were removing the letter from the docket.
Yeah.
That probably did her in.
Yeah.
I mean, he knows what they're doing. He knows.
Yeah.
Karen, you are stricken from the docket.
You are I mean, they see, like, judges are human, right? They see what they're doing to this kid was 17 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
they have derailed this kid's life.
Yeah.
And you guys, the attorneys know better than this. That's the bottom line.
Oh,
they know how they have to
do.
file things. They know how they have to submit them to the court. They know. They're just still trying to see how far they can push the envelope, what they can get away with.
Yep. Yep. And so her argument today, the stuff that she filed was with MSP. And I think it's like 473 emails that they said were work product, right? So they were with the Norfolk County District Attorney's Office. And they said this was, primarily work product. You're not getting them. And so Karen's team is like, no, we want them. You didn't give us a good enough reason. So we'll have to see what the judge does with that as far as those emails.
He wants like more emails from the DA.
Yeah. I truly, really do think with her strategy here, she's still trying to find something, right? So now they're going after Yuri. If you read what they had filed, they want like stuff on Yuri. So she's still looking for dirt on people. So she, as Karen says, I don't know what I don't know. So she's still trying to get things to support that other claim, which is going nowhere, her claim against MSP and CPD. So I think that's what it's all about. And, it's interesting because she has not responded to her own discovery requests. And it's been how long now? And I mean, the reasons that she gives are just ridiculous, just absolutely ridiculous. So Karen is of the mindset she shouldn't have to give anything, and everybody else should just open up everything they have and give it to her because she doesn't know what she doesn't know. But she'll make accusations.
Yeah.
She's good at that.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Both of them, neither one of them have complied. Neither one of them would give their phone passwords. Like we all know, she, kept MSP outside for 2 hours while she deleted her entire phone. Can you imagine if Brian Higgins and Brian Albert did that?
I mean, and her fans never say a word about that.
No.
Karen literally destroyed her phone. That's what she did. She factory reset it.
Right.
Possible they could recover it. But the reality is Karen Reed destroyed her phone. And no one talks about that on that side. Why did she do that? If she doesn't have anything to hide, why did she do that?
Why don't they care?
I don't know, but it was a legal search warrant. They had a legal right to that phone. They had never had a legal right to Brian Albert or Brian Higgins' phone. Never. The Supreme Court told them no.
Right. I bet Tully wishes he kicked her door in now to get
them. Yeah. Well, a lot of them say, like, when you bring it up, like, why aren't you looking at this? Why aren't you saying anything about it? A lot of them say, well, she was already victimized by them and she didn't want to be victimized anymore. But here's the thing, right? But here's the point that I make with them. Even if that were the case, she is on how many, she's not really doing it anymore, but she was, how many interviews, how many courthouse step interviews was she saying she wanted justice for John, justice for John, justice for John? If you wanted justice for John, you'd provide discovery. You would provide your phones. You would be doing and if you knew you had done nothing wrong, you would be doing everything you could to get to the bottom of what was going on.
Yeah.
But instead, she fights it and claws it to the death.
Yes. And that kind of leads us into, the last thing that I wanted us to talk about what was going on this week was, like G just said, if she wanted justice for John, if she cared about John, we had a bunch of the content creators this week, for some reason, going after one of John O'Keefe's best friend, John Jackson, who we've had on the show. As a matter of fact, I didn't know, I think Julie told me tonight, Julie Urgi, that Nurse Kim did our show as well as the blogger did.
Yeah.
To just, make fun of John Jackson and dehumanize him and, act like he's not funny and that his stories don't mean anything. And, he didn't really know John. And, and I just thought it was so funny when someone sent me clips of it, because I just can never get past all of you Looney Tunes attacking John's friends and family. Like, there's just a line that should be drawn. Yeah. And you guys have just never, and I see all over the internet, going crazy about all these people, rioting at the Carmelo Anthony trial and chasing Austin, is it McCabes family? And that's you.
Yeah, they did that.
That's
they
you.
That. Yeah,
you guys,
100%.
That's you. That's you. You are the same. You are the same as those crazy people that are doing that to his family. You are the same. You're the same people.
Well, I mean, Nurse Kim made this comment that, she wants to remember John's memory. She wants to know things about John. I can 100% assure you, sweetheart, that John O'Keefe does not want you attacking his friends and family. That is not honoring his memory.
No.
So
and I didn't even know that she did that, which when the girls told me before we came on air, I was so appalled, just because him you expect it from, right? He's a piece of shit. He's a literal monster, right? All he does is attack people. We all see it. He wishes death upon people. He wishes that someone burns in a fire with his wife and children. Like, he's a piece of shit. But for Nurse Kim to get on there and just make fun of look cool to Aidan, or, look, I'm doing the same thing. Like, that is one of his best friends. Like, what is wrong with you?
Well, I mean, it gets her super chats. So that's the cost of her soul. $4.99. $4.99. Way to go, Kim.
Yeah. One thing too that I'd like to add is, look how many of John's friends have been interviewed. Not obviously we've had a couple on, but also nationwide, other places have interviewed them. I would love to invite anybody that is real life friends, and I mean friends, like lifelong friends, with Aidan Kearney onto our show.
Yes.
So please come onto our show. We would love to interview.
Love to speak with you.
Yeah. If there's someone out there that is actually a real life friend of his, come on our show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Defend your friend.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah. No,
these people have actual friends. John had friends from the time he started school, or even before school, I believe, until he passed away. I mean, he had lifelong friends. That is so rare.
Yes.
To be able to say that. I mean, this man had people, he loved these people, they loved him. And Aidan and his crew, all of these people, they can't relate because they don't have any type of relationship like that in their life.
Yeah.
And do you know who the one person, which I said that in a post I made, John Jackson loves to talk about John and old stories about him. They went to college together. That's where they met. He told a great story about how they met, told some great stories, some funny stories when they went to Fenway and whatnot. Brendan, his friend, I've seen him on shows, talking about, they love to talk about their friend John. Carl, right? He can't, obviously doesn't go on shows, but Carl loves John O'Keefe so much.
He does.
Do you know the only person I've never seen talk about John O'Keefe or tell stories about John O'Keefe or speak kindly about him is Karen Reed.
Correct. She uses adjectives.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that her PR content creators are on their shows making fun of John O'Keefe's friends it's repugnant.
Yeah.
You're repugnant. You're all
She wasn't even going to talk about him on the Today Show.
No, she would not.
The host is the one that brought it up. John gets lost. Can we talk about him? They had to bring up the subject to her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's what we think. That's our vent about the week.
Yep.
Gross.
Very gross.
Yep.
Very, very gross.
Very gross. All right. So what are we doing?
We are going to look at the amended complaint. I think Ginny is going to lead us. Hey,
But
Jenny.
well, when you guys explain to everyone, like, so what this is for people that, so they did a complaint and now
They've amended it.
Right. Just with some like new information.
Right. So they added some things and then they took away for Aidan Kearney, the aiding and abetting, which makes sense. It's still a count under Karen because Karen was providing the information and he was basically the speaker, right? So he's the microphone, he's blasting it out. So it makes sense.
So he wasn't like doing the aiding and abetting.
Correct. So it makes sense to remove that for him. So
yeah. How do you guys want me to share just the changes or you want me to share the whole thing and we go through it? How do you want to do it?
However you want it, however you're most comfortable, I'm happy doing it that way.
Okay. Okay, let me try to do this. Let me put the tabs next to each other and then I'll share the whole thing and then go over to the tab that has the changes. How's that?
That sounds great.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me put this back up. Okay. All right. So so this is just the complaint that they filed. This is just an amendment to that. And I believe I don't have the old one, but we do have the changes marked here. So let me share this tab. Okay, so this is new. They changed this wording to retaliating against.
Mm-hmm.
So through a coordinated scheme, Reed and Kearney sought to protect and enrich themselves by defaming, harassing, tormenting. I don't remember what this said before. Do you? I should have grabbed that one too.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just the addition of those words. I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't either.
I can find it.
Yeah, I should have grabbed the old one. I didn't think about that. But yes, and retaliating against the plaintiffs who served as witnesses in connection with Commonwealth of Massachusetts investigation. And we don't have to read all this because like we've gone through a lot of it.
And that makes sense too, because Karen does say quite a bit in her messages what they've done to me.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking about the witnesses, speaking about John's family. She's very angry with John's family because she thinks they have done this to her. So it was very much about retaliation and being spiteful and vindictive.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. I mean, you can see that in her filings, right?
Oh gosh, yeah.
Jurisdiction. Okay, so this is the second one. Let me go to that.
So do we know if anybody asked for this or did the judge just moved it, correct?
I think it was per the court. I don't think anyone else asked for it. Yeah.
Well, didn't they ask for the same judge that the O'Keefes had though?
Yeah. So I believe it's because that's where Judge Zaldea is.
Yes.
And I think he has like everything. So he doesn't want to go to Barnstable. So
so I think that's why they moved it because he's there.
Yeah.
So, and they can't ask for a judge, but I think the court decided, I think it was some kind of like letter or something they had put out. They were putting it all under.
Yes.
It was something because of discovery and all of that, like to make the flow of discovery easier, blah, 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 blah. And
and I like him. I think he's fair. I think he's fair to both sides. He calls a spade a spade.
Yeah. Yeah. I think he's fair too.
Yeah, and he seems he wants to stay on task. He wants to get through this. He does not want it dragged out.
Right.
So that's all this is. This is just changing from Barnstable over to Plymouth where he's at. And then noting complaint name change. First Amended Complaint is not. Okay, so this is just saying, that's not really a crazy change. That's just saying that this is the First Amendment change. Okay, so previously, I think it was, so it was this wording here, pursuant to the scheme, Kearney agreed to and did publicize. It was changed from would publicize.
Yes.
So they just are showing that like he did do this, like, and it was a constant thing, you know.
Yes.
So he agreed to and did publicize and widely disseminate Reed's false claims about the plaintiffs. And then these two paragraphs are new. And they are saying that Aidan acted on behalf of Reed in publishing defamatory statements about the plaintiffs to assist Reed in her trial by harassing the witnesses, harming their reputations, and tainting the jury pool with false claims, and intimidating them to not testify or change their testimony, or change their testimony. Kearney has repeatedly acknowledged that his work was done on behalf of Reed, including crudely stating in May 2026, Reed couldn't have done shit without me.
Yeah. That was just recently.
That's a smart statement to make.
Yeah. He said that. Like, it's crazy. It's wild. Like, I cannot believe his attorneys can't rein him in, because he makes it worse every time he opens his mouth.
Yeah.
And I think this is a good example of why they named it the First Amended Complaint. Yeah. Because obviously they're updating as he continues to run his mouth. Definitely. They will keep updating the complaints.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah. So we will probably end up on the 100th amended complaint by the time we get to trial, because we all know he's not going to shut up.
Yeah. Well, when we get to 10, we should have a party.
Yeah. Good idea. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, the judge has probably never seen this before, right? Because anyone that is sued for defamation and, this lawsuit, they stop talking because they're not an idiot, right?
And, well, you should.
Correct. He just must be, I mean, I can't even imagine what this judge must think.
And how has he not learned this up until this point in his life? He is a man in his 40s. I learned this very early on. I think I was 7 years old, and we were at the dinner table, and I was running my mouth because I was a little sassy. And my mom said, say one more word. And yes. I said one more word. And you know what? I never did it again.
Yeah. I mean, his lawyers have to be telling him, maybe Betterow and Bradel aren't because they're morons, but his new lawyer has to be telling him, you stop talking. What are you doing? Like,
well, you know what he said today, that his retainer is already gone. He is just bleeding money.
It's not surprising. I mean, it doesn't surprise me.
Shut your damn mouth.
Yeah, I mean, he's cutting, like I said it in a tweet earlier this week. He's cutting off his nose to spite his face. He wants to keep saying these things and like trying to bring in the donations, whatever. And that's why he's saying them. But at the same time, he's bleeding more out the back door by paying these attorneys because he keeps saying things. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think he knows that his mob will just continue to send him their money. It's crazy. I mean,
they can, but
there is no winning for him here.
Yeah, he does it faster than he can get.
No, right. Did you hear him today? Somebody sent me a clip. He was looking for witnesses from the rolling rally.
Yes, I saw that. And he's like, you can't be ratchet.
Imagine if you're like a fan of his and he says, you'd be like,
and you're like, hey, I'd like to do it. And he's like, sorry, you can't.
Okay, I'll send you more money though.
What are the qualifications? Like,
so you have
to have all your teeth. Like, have all your teeth. Don't wear pajamas to court.
You can't have like bad social media posts. Like, you can't have called the witnesses murderers or anything like that. Can't do what he does. And you can't be ratchet. And I got to tell you, bro, I don't know that you're going to find anybody.
Not from what I've seen.
I'm sorry, but if whoever was out there with you going
would be so offended.
A house of witnesses to scream and spit on their lawns and yell at them, buddy, you're not going to find anyone that's not ratchet.
No, they're all ratchet.
Yeah, you're not.
All of them. Yeah, maybe he should like buy a suit for Richie, buy him a suit, get him a haircut, slick his hair back, do his best to try to make him not ratchet. But
but we've seen Richie's text.
I was just thinking, like, imagine if you said to me, like, you know how we text all the time, we're like, oh, what are you doing today, whatever. Imagine I was like, oh, I'm gonna I'm just gonna go meet this blogger and with a bunch of other people and just like drive to all these witnesses' houses that are in this murder trial and like, we're gonna yell at them and we're gonna tell them to come out and change their stories, and then we're gonna just get in our car, drive to the other witness's house, and that's what we're gonna do. Like, wouldn't you be like, you need to go to a mental hospital?
Yeah, we're gonna get pool noodles, and I gotta tell you, I love you both so very much. But if either one of you texts me and says all my dreams have come true since I met you, we're probably never gonna speak again.
And Julie, can I have your notes for my memory books?
Yeah, your weirdo wall.
I don't have to ask you because I already have them.
I want to keep these notes Lydia made. I want to save them.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a little shrine with everybody on it.
I already have all of Julie's notes because I usually put them together.
Yes.
I can just make a memory.
You have them hung up in your room. Like Richie.
It's so crazy. Oh my God. And his mom's pool noodles.
Yeah. And some bed pillows. Let's get some pillows and noodles. Aidan, my dreams are coming true.
I would immediately buy a ticket, no matter how much it costs, and fly to Massachusetts and take your temperature, Carrie, because
like you have to. I mean, I don't understand. Okay, sorry.
No. Let me see where I'm at. Okay, I read this right. Yeah. So this is a new paragraph 2. In addition, Kearney entered into the scheme with the intent and expectation that his publication of Reed's defamatory statements and his own defamatory and outrageous conduct in harassing and intimidating the witnesses, including plaintiffs, would bring him notoriety, expand his audience, and increase his personal fortune. That is, from the outset, Kearney sought to monetize his defamation and willingly defamed, harassed, and tormented the plaintiffs for that purpose.
Sure did.
Yep. So that's paragraph 26. And then we go to paragraph 29. And this is new information. And yeah, Lydia put these together. So I'm not sure if like this whole thing is new or like it's just kind of reworded. But so this is about Karen now. Reed directly and through her counsel. Yikes, Yannetti. Provided.
That's like a boom right there.
Yeah, yikes. Provided other selective and distorted information to Kearney. And I mean this too, through her counsel provided distorted information.
And it was so distorted. Distorted.
Yeah. That she obtained from federal law that she supposedly obtained from federal law enforcement authorities. So she was basically claiming that she had information from
which we saw her do, right? A million times in the Texas, like a million times. I mean, Morrissey's office is bugged. The feds are coming this weekend.
Yeah.
And then we have the wiretap call where she's saying,
yes,
like that
I don't need Adam Deach. You know, I don't need him to know that I'm giving you information. Like they're in a mess right now.
I mean, what is she going to say when they ask her about that in her deposition?
I don't know. And you know what? Someone's going to have to produce that phone call because everyone knows it exists. So they are in a mess.
Yep.
The two of them.
Yep. I'm just laughing because of this. Just remembering all the texts we saw from Aidan, like, don't they know the feds are coming?
I can't wait.
Why is this happening? Don't they know the feds are coming?
You guys have to come up with some. I mean, like,
she was like, the feds are coming soon. Arrests are imminent.
You know what I was thinking last night? Remember when Sean on the Golf did that episode where he lost his mind and he's like, she's got the vernacular and the vocabulary. She knows what she's talking about. No, Karen watched movies and read a couple books. And that's how she knew to say knowingly, actively concealing exculpatory information. Like it doesn't take like, oh my God. Like the way
she liked those Departed movies like Departed.
Yeah. Yep. You know what's crazy about that is I on the flight home watched that Departed on the way home.
Oh, you did?
I did, yeah.
That's so funny.
And I was like, I bet Karen has watched this like 300 times.
Oh yeah. Oh, she loved. Remember, we found like her old tweets before she went private, and she loved talking about their party.
Yeah,
she did.
Loved it.
Yep.
Let's see. So Reed and her counsel knew that this information was not public. Neither Reed nor her counsel were authorized to share such information with Kearney. Reed and her counsel, God, I love how they just keep saying and her counsel, laundered this information through Kearney so that he would then publish it in furtherance of their defamation of the plaintiffs.
And so this is a federal crime, right? So, and her attorneys could be charged. And there have been U.S. attorneys who have charged lawyers with this in the past for releasing information. In the case that I'm thinking about, it's grand jury information. But people should be concerned because this is not going to go away. Either Karen is going to have to admit she is a liar, or and they're going to have to admit they are liars,
right?
Which will destroy everyone's reputation. And Karen, it's not going to be good for Karen because people are going to look at her differently. Or they're going to have to admit, yes, I got this information, and yes, I gave it to a blogger on the internet,
right?
And hope they don't go to federal prison,
right?
Yep. A blogger named Turtle Boy. Imagine being in prison. Hey, what are you in for? Oh.
I gave information to a grown man who thinks he's a reptilian child.
Oh my God.
It's wild how many times they're putting through her and her counsel. And
it is. I love it though. I love it because it's true. It's true.
I have to say, I don't know if this scheme would have worked without Jackson and Yannetti being involved with Aidan, right? Because then they gave it
validity.
Correct. Correct.
Yep.
It wasn't.
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
He was questioning her, and I think that's why she got them involved.
Correct.
Because, do you remember he had a lot of like good questions for her? And then all of a sudden she was like, "Oh, they want to meet you. They want to meet you."
Yeah. Yep.
And I mean, I can just see him being like, "Well, they're attorneys. They know, like, and they know what I'm doing, so it must be okay."
And we have not done Jackson yet. That will be interesting when we do Jackson. There is a text that Aidan sent to one of his friends that when he met Alan Jackson was very interested in how Aidan Kearney's business worked. So it's very messy for all of them because we have enough communications. We don't have every single communication, but we have enough that it's not looking good.
Yeah, Jackson definitely didn't communicate with him as much, but yeah, some of the stuff is very damaging.
Well, I mean, Aidan has a big mouth. Yeah. So he told other people.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Let's see. Okay, so 30, this is new. And again, it may not be all of this, but it's at least reworded. Indeed, Reed and her counsel would therefore proffer Kearney's reporting with respect to the federal investigation in open court in an attempt to convey that their statements to court regarding the federal investigation were independently corroborated. So yeah, this is when Jackson was like, it's been reported.
Yeah.
And they had just given all of that information to Aidan to publish in his blog. Like, I think it was like a week or so before they went to court, right? Like, correct. I think it was May 3rd and then April 27th is when he published it, or 28th?
Correct. Yeah. It was within days. They told him in the 420 conversation that about the federal investigation. So according to Aidan Kearney, it was the attorneys. And again, you've got people, that are lawyers saying this is happening. So they were 100% involved in this scheme. Like they were basically putting the stamp of genuine on it.
Mm-hmm. And he was the only one that had reported it at that point. I remember when I was putting that video together, like I found the timestamps or the date stamps from the other articles that came. They all came after Aidan's article.
Yes.
And we saw the email from a legitimate reporter who was asking. They did not respond to her. So, you know, again, I would love to depose these people. I have like a list of 700 questions that I would love to ask based on the things that I've seen.
How do we get in on that?
I don't know.
I want to be at the table.
Can you imagine when they depose them?
I would pay good money to do that.
Oh my God, yes. Yes. The little notepad.
Can they plead the fifth though, to like not self-incriminate themselves?
No, I don't think so in civil, because there's no criminal. Well,
I thought
I don't know, because some of these things could be criminal. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer.
Yeah, we'll have to ask someone.
According to Mark Betterow, I just play one on Twitter. I'm not a real lawyer, so I don't know.
I thought that they could, but then the civil attorney could.
I mean, they definitely can, right? Because we've seen Epstein plead the fifth. We've seen. I mean, I've seen a bunch of his where he pleads. So I guess you can.
Yeah. Yeah, but they can. But the jury can hold it against you.
Yeah.
Or whoever's deciding it.
Right.
But then, how does that? I mean,
right. So I don't know.
Like with criminal, where you plead the fifth, you have to plead the like you have to stay silent on everything.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that works in civil.
And it wouldn't be the first time in a civil case where criminal charges ended up.
Right.
No.
So I mean, I think you would have to plead the fifth, otherwise you're going to end up.
Right.
What a mess! How did you get yourself into this mess? Like,
I think they just all saw the bright lights and thought, that they were gonna do movies and books and just be like the heroes after, which, you know, everybody loves to tear their heroes down, right? And they love to build them up. And then you can see it happening with Karen Reed.
Yeah. Well, and I think they thought that they would wear the McCabes, the Alberts, and Higgins down.
Yes.
I think they thought that they would just wear them out completely to where they wanted nothing after this was over.
Right.
They were very wrong.
Very, very wrong.
You don't get to call someone a murderer and walk away. You don't get
ruin and do your damnedest to ruin their lives.
Yeah.
It's generational.
Children. They're
exactly.
And I think that's what they don't understand. I mean, you know, Colin essentially was still a child when this started. And there were so many children that were hurt by this. And you know, as a mama or a daddy, you see your baby hurt.
Yeah.
I will go to the end of the earth.
Yeah.
You're going to pay for it.
Yeah. That's where they screwed up, because you don't mess with people's kids, because you bring out an animal.
Well, I think they're emotionally stunted. You know, they don't understand those attachments. I can 100% tell you, Aidan Kearney and Karen Reed do not understand that.
No.
Yep, they played that all wrong.
Yeah.
I think I ended here. Yeah. So this is commonly known as circular reporting, a practice in which information is laundered or disseminated to the media and later cited as an independent source, despite originating from the same underlying source.
Alan Jackson.
So here they just added a date instead of saying, you know, after this filing, they've said after the April 12th filing. Reed, what is this saying? Forwarded the filing to Kearney for purposes of Kearney. Okay, yeah. That's.
Is he at 550 or is it more now? Because I know he's been writing again.
I think it's more.
Oh dear God, enough is enough.
34, there's add some verbiage at the end of this. So in reality, this blog post by Kearney, like numerous other defamatory statements that he made, was funneled by Reed to her accomplice Kearney with knowledge that he would publish it on her behalf.
And we saw that so many times where she asked him, make a post for this, do a blog for that. I mean, we went through it. So
Yep.
What is this?
Okay, so this is a new footnote. Can you guys see that? Okay.
Yes. Oh, okay. Yeah. We found this out. Remember, we found, Go ahead and read it. I think everybody knows about this one.
I'm gonna have to, it's gonna have to refresh my memory when I read it. Ironically, the April 18th, 2023 post was not actually Kearney's first blog concerning the investigation and prosecution of Reed. Oh, that's right. I already remember what this is gonna say. Just weeks after O'Keefe's death in February 2022. Oh my God. See, I have not read these changes. Like, I wanted to live react. I'm dying. I cannot believe they put this in here. This is amazing.
That was so funny. That morning I woke up to that. That was so funny.
So funny. Just weeks after O'Keefe's death in February 2022, after the district attorney's office publicly identified the key evidence, including providing details about O'Keefe's injuries, Kearney declared during his show, no doubt she killed him because the taillight was out.
Wait, what was the date?
It was not long after John died.
Yeah, February. And so can I just say,
that's amazing.
The reality is that taillight is the most damning evidence against her. And she knows it. There is no reason for her taillight. I mean, it could be out, right? And she could have not hit John. But the fact that it's at 34 Fairview.
Like, she left her.
There's no way out.
Under 3 feet of snow.
Mm-hmm. And
What is wrong with you people?
Yeah.
Like,
in John's sweatshirt.
Yes.
Unable to see it until you put it under a microscope. Just in case you don't understand what microscopic pieces mean, it means you have to look under a microscope to see them.
Yeah.
And there were threads intertwined into so I mean, nobody sat and rubbed that taillight into his shirt. I mean, it's ridiculous.
And nobody brought the taillight over and said, excuse me, to the CERT team and to WBZ who were outside filming everything and sprinkled taillight. Like, it didn't happen.
Hey,
and he knew it didn't happen.
Cameraman, can you just turn your camera away just for a few minutes? Like give me 5 minutes. Don't turn around though.
Right.
So stupid. So
no doubt she killed him because the taillight was out.
Yeah. Oh, here's the date, Carrie. February 10th.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
so very soon after.
Yeah, very, very soon. He also noted that Reed was drunk, which even she said she was drunk. She shouldn't have been driving, right? Kearney's only question was whether she hit him by accident or intentionally. Upon joining Reed's defamation scheme, however, he has blindly followed Reed and recklessly disregarded voluminous evidence that he previously admitted points to her culpability, including her broken taillight.
And so that is what he does not get. Like, he is trying to push this all away and say, oh, well, there were things I didn't know. The things that you didn't know were Karen Reed's bullshit that she made up. And she told you were going to be famous and rich.
Yep.
So
you were willing to disregard it. You were willing to push it.
Like, what does he think the murder defendant's going to tell him?
Right. They all say the same thing. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. It was something else.
I mean, he should go talk to Casey Anthony, get her side of the story, start blogging about her. I'm sure she's got some doozies too.
I bet Scott Peterson wants an advocate. Maybe he could jump on that train.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, what a great person to use. He doesn't ask any questions. Just tell me what to print. I'll print it. I mean, that's like, what doesn't he get about continues to call himself a journalist? He's not. He's never once investigated. If he was a true journalist, he would have been investigating both sides of this.
So, and the other part of it is he had information to the contrary.
Right. Yep.
So you're not. Yep.
Oh. And then even when he went to the other side, right, or people from the other side reached out, like he's shown messages from Paul O'Keefe, I believe. I want to say Carl, but I could be wrong.
Yes, Carl as well.
Okay, and then they are explaining to him, right, why they know this is true. No, you're an idiot. You're a moron. Like, it's just.
Well, what's worse, Carrie, is not only did he do that, not only did he ignore it, he set out to attack them and destroy them too, to get them to be quiet. That's really, really bad. That's like what the mafia does, right?
Yes.
We're just going to silence you.
Yes.
Yep.
You're right.
Yeah. And the story, the brainwashed stories came out. You know, those have continued to this day. Anybody that doesn't believe it is brainwashed or stupid or
by Jeff McCabe.
Yes.
I always loved, I think it was Dateline, and I don't know Brendan's last name. I've never met him. What is it? Kane?
Brendan Kane. Yeah.
And I love his interview because it always made me laugh when I would see it on repeats. And he was like, and then they're telling me I'm brainwashed. And I'm like, by who? I don't even know. Like, what? Like, that is what is so absurd with all of this. Like, he's like, I don't know them.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's so, I mean, if you knew any of these people, obviously I don't know everyone, but the people I do know, if you knew them,
it's comical.
You're freaking nuts if you think
there's no way.
You're nuts.
I mean, when you think about like Carl and Jackie, I can't imagine. There's no way you could convince them. There's no way.
No.
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 And that's probably why Karen is mad.
Yeah.
She probably thought you should just believe me. But you know what? When someone you love dies and you really are attached to people and you're able to form healthy attachments, which she wouldn't understand anything about that. Like it's very difficult.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's a good point, right? Because we were talking about that earlier, like how she wouldn't understand these relationships, and not to say that she doesn't have a relationship with her parents, but that's not a
very odd
relationship. Yeah. It's not healthy.
So to me, I look at it and you know, again, I don't know them, but observing them, like there's a lot of egos there, and they're all feeding on each other, and the purpose is not a healthy bond. The purpose is to portray a certain image.
Yes.
To the public. It's very, I mean, a lot of narcissism going on.
Yeah.
Well, it's what they say.
Showed up to one of the it was either a standout or a fundraiser.
It was a standout.
Remember? And they rolled up in the Lexus. He had his Burberry jacket on with his collar up. They just looked.
So the Burberry was Court. The Canadian Goose was the standout.
Right. That's right.
Do you guys understand how much those two coats cost?
That's right. It was a Canadian. I forgot.
He doesn't have just one coat that's over $1,000. He's got two. I bet he has 3, 4. Remember, Janet showed up in those boots that to me they look like clown boots. They were like $1,200 boots.
Yes.
Like, and I often like when I'm looking at, you know, when I'm shopping and stuff, there are things that designers put out, and I'm like, they're literally doing that. Like they're trolling us.
Right.
They're seeing if we're dumb enough to pay $2,000 for it to look like we have clown boots on.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. That was wild that day when they showed up like that. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Well, the dynamic, I mean, it just reminds me of, I don't know if anybody's ever been, I haven't personally like been in AA, but you know, they always say for that and like Al-Anon, like secrets make you sick.
Yes,
right.
They do.
And that's what it is. It's keeping each other's secrets, keeping each other's dirty laundry, trying to hide it, trying to put on a face for everybody in the public. And that's the dynamic. I mean, and that's not healthy for anybody, not for any member of the family. I mean, and you can see it in Karen. Like we don't know much, you know, all that much about her parents, but we see her talking. We see the things that, you know, comes to mind when she's giving these interviews. I mean, you can just tell she's not, it's not a good state of mind. It's not a healthy state of mind.
No.
Right.
Anyway, moving on. I read this one, right?
No, I don't think
so.
No.
We finished the footnote. Yeah. Okay.
36. Yeah.
36. So this is new. With this newly found audience, Kearney was now able to disseminate Reed's false narrative to an even larger audience as Reed intended. Indeed, given the success of the first show at publishing and disseminating Reed's false narrative to a wider audience, Reed's intermediary told Kearney that Reed's counsel, Jackson and Yannetti, Here you are again, guys. Wanted to speak directly with Kearney. The conversation between Kearney and Reed's counsel occurred on April 20th, 2023, in which they spoke about Reed's campaign. Kearney secretly recorded that conversation.
And we know that. We found proof of it. So there's no denying that. And I really don't understand. Alan Jackson seems to have distanced himself, but I don't understand why David Yannetti so badly wants to be attached to Aidan Kearney, because, sir, you are recorded. And
didn't he make Aidan meet him at his office last time rather than talking on the phone?
Yes, he did not talk on the phone. And someone, I got to tell you, I bet they're trying to find that, even if he deleted it. They're gonna try to resurrect that recording, and God only knows what was said on it.
You think he made Aidan get a pat down before he walked into the office to make sure he had no recording devices or wires on him?
Yeah, I don't know any. I mean, why would you speak to Aidan Kearney on the phone? You've got to know he's recording you.
I can't imagine that anybody. Can you imagine? Anyone?
I mean, they probably didn't realize it then.
No, but they know now.
Right.
And he's still going back. I mean, like, Yannetti's still doing it.
Right.
Unless he's trying to keep Aidan on his good side. But the reality is Aidan is not going to save you.
No.
It's not going to happen.
It's
Oh, puppers.
Oh, hey, Coco. Yeah, I mean, eventually it's not going to end well.
No.
So you're basically just putting off the inevitable at this point.
Correct.
Okay, so moving on. All right, so let's read all of this. This is new.
We are at 55.
Yeah, 55. You have a few things, right?
So I do, but I don't think we've hit it yet. So
Okay.
we're good.
All right. Yeah, just make sure you let me know.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is new. On May 7th, 2023, Kearney, who had already repeatedly defamed and harassed the plaintiffs, acknowledged the incoherence of Reed's twin narratives that O'Keefe was purportedly killed. What did I say? Did I say purportedly?
Purportedly.
Purportedly. I said purportedly. Reportedly killed shortly after entering the house, and that a Google search was performed at 2:27 a.m., suggesting he was still alive. He noted the Google search allegation made no sense if Reed's theory was that Officer O'Keefe was already dead. Instead, Kearney called it a frame job and told Reed's intermediary, "I hope Reed realizes that the Google search completely invalidates the defense, and it's starting to make me worry about what I've now tied myself to." Kearney failed to conduct any diligent inquiry, abandoned fundamental journalistic standards, disregarded the obvious flaws and inconsistency in Reed's theories, and continued to act at Reed's direction and disseminating those allegations to the public.
Sure did, because at that time he still thought he was going to be the face of the story. He was going to be a millionaire. And so I don't know if we get into it, but they talk on the phone that night, late on May 7th into the early morning hours of May 8th. They talk on the phone.
Was that their first conversation?
That is their first conversation on the phone. So they,
because
obviously
she was afraid he was going to bail.
Yeah.
And that phone call was over 3 hours. It was 180 something minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And she, yeah.
Can you even imagine what she said to him on that phone call? I can't even imagine. I can't.
It's like the siren song, right? You're going to be the face of this. You're going to be famous. You're going to be a millionaire. We're both going to be millionaires. I'm going to sue.
And then any concerns that he had about 227 being bullshit, which he knew, they were done after that. He was all in. He was wearing the shirt. The next day the blog went up. I mean, he was done.
And I mean, like, think about it. If you're Aidan Kearney, what prospects do you have? You write blogs about quote unquote ratchets. You're not going anywhere with that. So he knew, he was like, this is my one chance. He was like Eminem in that song.
I was just thinking about that song.
Yeah.
As soon as you said that, that song went through my head.
Yeah. And I mean, if he had integrity, he would go back and he would be like, you've been telling me lies. Because you can easily put the lies together, right? So he gave, she gave the lie first, you know, because why would Jen McCabe be involved in this? Oh, she's having an affair with Brian. And she was giving all these lies. I mean, if this was a Lifetime movie, as far as the conspiracy, we would all be like, this is the worst. Like, Lifetime movies are bad. This is the worst one they've ever done, because there's
even Lifetime wouldn't put in the conspiracy.
Yeah, no, this is like a Tubi TV movie. Yeah. What was that? Is it Tubi?
Deep Valley High.
Yeah, Tubi.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this is bad. This is like one of those free channel movies you can get on your Roku. Like, yeah, really, really bad.
It is, yeah. And it's, yeah, like somebody has like a home video thing and they're filming it. Bad. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what it is they had, you know, Karen had the ending, right? She knew what the ending was. And she had to create all of these subplots working backwards to pull in the stories that she could create that could get her to this ending. But, you know, if you go down this street and you hit this dead end, well, then you can turn right. And here's another explanation. You know, it's just, it's endless turns, endless. It's like walking through an ant.
And so, you know, there is an example. I should probably do the post of it. I've been saying I'm going to do it, and I just haven't done it yet. So Karen initially tried to convince Aidan that the district court judge, Judge O'Malley, was in on it. And that's the only reason why she got charges. And how she was trying to connect that was that prior to Judge O'Malley being a judge, he had represented one of John's former girlfriends.
Oh my God.
Oh,
yes.
that's right. I remember that now.
Yes. And so she tried to sell him that conspiracy. Aidan apparently, because he said it on a live, I don't know if he did, but he said he checked with some attorneys and they're like, yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
That's crazy.
But he still repeated it on a live. But yeah, that was one of the conspiracies she was trying to sell that didn't go along. So if you go through I mean, we should do a show on this, the conspiracies that didn't make it into the final.
That would be a good one.
But she had several.
That would be a good one.
I cannot imagine my brain. She has to be so tired.
So, you know, I have met people like Karen, that they do things like this when they're trying to get out of stuff. And there's a certain point, maybe because you like the person or whatever it is, you love them, they might be a family member, you're like, at first, for like the first 2 weeks, you're going along with it. And then you're finally like, all right, enough. You're lying. You're lying.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's what you do if you have integrity for yourself in a situation like this, or if you actually love the person. If you truly love that person, you're like, look, I'm not helping you by believing your lies. I don't believe what you're saying.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that was the point when her parents or Nathan or, you know, somebody in her life should have just been like, Karen, honey, we got to stop now. We've got to stop. Because look at where you've landed. I mean, they have spent retirement money. I don't know how much, but she has said that they've spent their retirement money. We know they mortgaged their house that had been paid off for years for $500,000. She's lost her home. You know, just countless problems they've had because of these lies, when they could have just sat her down and said, you've got to own up to it. You made a mistake. You know,
Correct.
We're behind you.
Yeah.
We're behind you, but you have to own up to it. And, you know, do your time and then you're done.
Then William Reed and Janet Reed have to admit they had a daughter who got drunk and killed her boyfriend, and they're not going to do that.
No.
That family is not going to do that.
No,
Nathan
and
is
she's
not
not
going to
gonna
say,
either.
my sister did this. They're not going to do it because it's about reputation and it's about ego. They're not going to do it.
Yep. Well, it's, they have two children who have been charged
Felonies.
with felonies.
Yeah. And everybody makes mistakes.
Yeah.
But that's when you let people be accountable.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, we've said all along, it was a mistake. It was a mistake. You can be forgiven for mistakes. But all of this other stuff, this was all willful, all there was so many times she could have stopped and she didn't.
Yeah.
I think she intended to back up.
Yeah.
Intended to piss him off.
Yeah, me too.
And then I think she got pissed, like, why aren't you getting up? Like, this is on you, John. Like, you could have gotten up. Like, and then reality hit where it was like, oh God, no, I did this. But that's still murder. If you don't render aid and you leave, that's murder. Like, you cannot do that.
Yeah. I don't know how I still don't know how I feel about whether she knew or not afterwards. Like, after, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, but I do definitely think she backed up on purpose. She was trying to garner a reaction. That's her thing, trying to get a reaction from people.
Nobody can know if she knew. I can't see that. I can't say she knew.
Yeah. I'm just saying, I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah.
I mean, the only reason I've always thought she knew was because I always felt like she started her cover up right away. Right?
Well, the hit with the plow. Yeah.
The screaming, you're a pervert and whatever, and then saying they had a fight and she left him.
That's true.
Like, it just always seems so because I honestly, I don't know either. Like, I can't say for sure, but that's the only thing that always made me question it was like, and, telling Jen she left him at the waterfall. And, I was just, it was just all of this, like, I think she was so drunk that she kind of maybe didn't know what she was doing at that point. But then the next morning was like, oh, fuck. You know what I mean? Like, how you remember.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, like Hank said in his opening.
It was so, like, her cover up started right away, which always like rubbed me, because in the beginning, like, I always thought, before she started all this nonsense, I felt bad for her. Like, I thought it was an accident.
Yeah.
And I still think, I don't think she meant to kill him by God. I mean, of course not.
Yeah.
But she meant to kill all these people. That's for sure.
She intended this. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Unless,
who knows?
I think a lot more people that love John would have a lot more peace, including Karen. I think she probably did love him in her own way. If she had just told the truth and been accountable. And I think she wouldn't have the quote unquote ego bath, but she might have had people that forgave her.
I mean, all three of us here know the O'Keefes. I mean, we know they are very good people. I mean,
all of these people are good people.
Yeah.
Right. But I mean, for the forgiveness part.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I can fairly certain say if she had owned up or whatever, they're very good people. I mean, they are good people, and it's too bad.
It's sad because it never had to come to this.
No, never. It didn't.
Ever. Okay. Yeah, I already read this part. So, and then this is new. On May 25th, 2023, following a hearing in Norfolk County Superior Court, Reed and her legal team appeared on the courthouse steps and spoke with members of the media. In that press conference, in response to a reporter asking who he thinks was involved in the death of O'Keefe, Jackson stated, "There are people who are in that house that are involved. Brian Albert is involved. Jennifer McCabe is involved. The rest of the folks that were in that house, there's some level of involvement by every one of them, every single one of them."
Jesus Christ.
I mean, and these are statements made outside of court. These are not protected statements.
I mean, he's talking about Sarah Levinson, Julie Nagel, Brian Albert Jr. Like, is he out of his mind?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Yes, he is. Yes. Every single one of them. Well, then why isn't she suing every single one of them?
Yeah.
I mean, they make these wild accusations and they never are backed up by their actions.
No.
If that was the case, every single one of them would be named in these lawsuits.
Right.
On September 14, 2023, Kearney hosted a Turtle Boy live show. I can't. Turtle Boy live. This is so embarrassing. How embarrassing. In his show, Kearney stated, "I would recommend if you don't feel comfortable, talk to Chris Albert about it. Talk to Chris Albert. All he has to do is come clean and get this son to admit what he did and get his brother to admit what he did. And then this thing, and then this thing's over. And there's no more going to kids' games and interviewing you and going to your goddamn pizza shop. It all fucking ends." Yep. I mean, there you go right now, trying to coerce someone to change their testimony.
And how is that petitioning the government?
It's not.
That is not.
No.
Stop it. Stop it right now.
Stop it.
Okay, I guess this is all new. During number 91.
91. Okay, thank you.
Are you still good on that?
Yeah, you know what? We don't have it here, but there is a number 81, and I want to bring this up. So 81 talks about how Aidan gets money from his followers. And so one of those things is donations. And if you've ever watched his show, he has this thing, and it's called, quote unquote, Turtle Chats. It's a platform that he built for himself.
Right.
And people can pay money and they can make whatever comment they want. So it's basically a pay to defame platform.
Yes, this is it.
You can pay him $5 or more, and you can make any defamatory, offensive, whatever statement you want, and he will read it out. And he really thinks that he gets out of this because, somebody paid me to say that. That makes it much worse, right? So when we talk about the media and they're responsible for like comments and defamatory comments, you can kind of, there are arguments that you can make about that. When you are actually soliciting for defamatory comments, you can pay me and I will say it and I will broadcast it. I will put a bullhorn out and I will tell the world whatever defamatory statement. That is far different than someone commenting on an article.
Yep.
So,
he's making money, soliciting donations for defamation.
100%. It's, I call it pay to defame.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we also know the problem with this turtle chat thing is we know that they are also staged.
Yes.
So we have had him admit, he admitted recently on Twitter that there was a turtle chat that was sent to him and he read it out. He knew who sent it. We saw it in the messages with Natalie. They did it on purpose to start a conversation. So again, this is far different than just a comment on an article. He is basically telling people, pay me money and I'll say anything you want.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think he should be responsible for every defamatory statement he has said off of that platform because he got paid to say it.
Well, isn't he? Isn't that the way it goes?
I don't know. So the way 81 is written, I don't know if they're going after that. And it might be an argument they develop more as time goes on. But
because they obviously put it in here for a reason, right? Yeah.
I mean, it's bad. And again, because he has a very tiny little brain, thinks that his defense is going to be, well, they weren't my words. Actually, the reality is the fact that you are offering that service makes it far worse.
Right.
And he created that. I want to say, so YouTube would no longer host him getting like super chats and all that, right? Like they defunded him basically.
Yeah.
Right. So then he went around that and created this system.
Yep.
Oh,
so I mean,
he doesn't do the super chats and stuff.
He can't. They demonetized him. So that right there should tell you something because YouTube is very, I don't know if you guys have ever reported anything. It's like reporting something on Twitter. It's very hard to get a report to go through for something like that.
So who do they demonetize?
They demonetized him.
He can't get super chats, so he built that platform. And I mean, some of them are like horrendously disgusting. Remember the one, it was to Jen and about Framingham and the girls on Cell Black.
Yeah, that was
whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, they're disgusting. Disgusting.
I feel like that was in one of their filings, now that you say that.
I remember that one specifically because it was horrible. And he read it out and he was like, yeah, Jen, yeah, like agreeing with it.
Yeah. And not like, I mean, like he got paid to dox me. Like he gets paid to do illegal things. It's illegal in Indiana to dox somebody. So I don't
understand his reasoning. I mean, hey, Aidan, guess what? Drug dealers get paid too, like to do what they do. You know what I mean? Like, and it's
me.
Illegal.
They paid me.
Right. It's illegal. It's still illegal. Oh, God.
Yeah.
All right. Let me go back to this tab.
Sorry.
No, you're good. So, okay. So we're back to
91
of this. Yeah, 91 to 95. During her first criminal trial in 2024, Reed had documentary filmmaker Terry Dunn. How do you say that? Muir,
yeah.
Record her preparation for trial. Oh, here is where it gets good.
Yes. So you guys, what this means is I'm sure everyone's figured it out, but this means, which starts right here, that their lawyers have the ID doc footage, which they followed Karen and her team around and have hours and hours of footage of them. And clearly, now that we've seen this filing, we can tell, which we all almost fell over when we read it, because it definitely means that they also, like Brennan had in the first trial, in the second trial, have the footage, which
the raw footage, that we've never seen.
Which you have to remember, right? For Brennan in the trial, right? He could only use so many things, right? Because most of it's them following her around, right? But in the defamation trial, this must be gold for them.
Oh, this is going to be great.
I can't even imagine. I can't
wait.
I want this so bad.
I know.
I have tried so hard to get this footage.
I cannot even imagine what's on this. I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would host a watch party to watch all this.
Oh, same.
Yeah.
I'll fly to Boston.
I can't even imagine what this is going to do to her defamation case.
I can't either.
Oh, Karen.
Neither. Oh, Karen. During her first criminal trial I read that part. I'll read it again. Filmmaker Terry Dunn, how did we say? Muir. To record her preparation for trial, including interviews with Reed, her attorneys, her family, and recordings of conversations between and among Reed and her counsel. During these interviews, Reed personally and her counsel on her behalf defamed the plaintiffs.
So the attorneys, again, these are extrajudicious statements. They are responsible for those. Whatever they say in the courtroom,
that's protected.
Say whatever.
Yep.
You walk outside the courtroom and you start defaming people. I don't care who you are. It's not protected. You can't just be like, I'm an attorney and I'm defending my client. That's not how that works.
And not that I'm counting, but I think this is the 5th or 6th time they have said her counsel. This, like they are not fooling around.
Yeah.
On April 12, 2024, Jackson verified to Mira and her production assistants the statements Reed gave to police when she was arrested in June 2022 that Colin Albert, beat up John. My taillight was cracked when John was pulverized. Reed was present during Jackson's recorded statement and did not deny she said those things. Somebody pointed this out on Twitter, which I didn't even, when I was reading this, I just kind of, I read this, I didn't read it the right way, I guess. It says, my taillight was cracked when John was pulverized.
Yeah. Sure does.
Is that how she said that? For some reason, I always thought she said, and John was pulverized.
I thought she said, and too.
I think it might be, and like, I think it's one of those things where you hear it and
that's
you
true.
it could be. So maybe it was when John. We'll have to listen again.
Yeah.
But
It could also be like, they have everything I've watched with that recording, it has like the subtitles.
They may
closed caption.
Yeah, they might have it, right?
Yeah, it may have just been, I was reading that. I don't know. And not listening so much, or vice versa. I don't know. I need to go back and listen to
they
it.
might have the, what's it called? The
raw.
The words and stuff. Like maybe they have everything from her. Maybe that is exactly what she says, which is the most oddest statement.
Well, it does say Reed was present during Jackson's recorded statement. So I guess this is saying what Jackson said. And Reed was present and did not deny she said those things.
It is
so perhaps this is how he worded it.
Yeah, it is so weird though, because what is she trying to say, that John was beaten up in the front yard outside her car, and that's how her taillight got broken?
Right.
What is she trying to say? I think this is when she was still trying to formulate that conspiracy, right? It was new for her. She was still trying to get it going.
Like she was like throwing it out there, like someone else cracked her taillight.
Yeah.
My taillight was cracked.
Yeah, because all of this was recorded
before. Blame them before.
Yeah.
She tried to blame them for breaking her taillight.
Because she still had to explain that taillight, right? Because there's no explanation other than the taillight was broken at 34 Fairview.
Exactly.
And how?
Right.
Yeah. And this was all recorded before the last, before and during the first trial.
Right.
So when did the first trial start? I mean, was that like the first day, April 12th? I can't remember the start date of
the second trial started literally like exactly almost a year later, didn't it?
So it was like April, it's right around the same time.
Hold on first. Let's see. The first trial started April 16th, 2024. So this was 4 days before.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. So what are they in jury selection there, or was
probably
that was jury selection? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. They must have been.
Yeah. Wow.
So, okay. And then, so this is during the trial. On or about April 30th, 2024, Reed gave a series of personal interviews to Miss Muir in connection with the documentary that Muir was filming. During that interview, Reed falsely stated McCabe got herself into a bad mess that night, and she helped clean it up. I don't think Jen laid a finger on John, but Jen knew John was dying, and she helped expedite it. What? Helped expedite it? How?
She's
like what?
Sicko. She's such a sicko.
She's never said that. And like
read this next line. Read this next line.
So she's a first degree murderer, and she knows it. And she knows she is.
Yeah. So then the opposite side of that is, Karen, if you left him on that front lawn knowing he was injured, then you are too, right? Because that's the flip side of it.
Yeah, right. Jen knew he was dying and helped expedite it. So she's a first degree murderer. Okay, well then, yeah, exactly.
I mean, these are such defamatory statements.
Horrible.
Yeah, I want to hear her explain that. How did Jen help expedite his death?
Yeah, but I think there's a little projection here, because then she says, but it was probably accidental. So you can't have an accidental first degree murder. It's not possible.
No.
So I think there's a lot of.
He became severely injured, and then they just finished him off.
Yeah,
but
it was an accident.
Right. Yeah. You can't have it both ways.
You can't.
If Jen helped expedite his death, yes, that is first degree murder.
Correct.
If it was accidental, though, no, that wipes that out. If they tried to finish him off, yes, that is first degree murder. But if it was an accident, no. I mean, yeah. I mean, just these two sentences. She's so all over the map.
So weird.
I think it's a lot of projection.
She really should have shut her mouth.
Oh, dear God.
This is so bad.
I cannot believe they did this documentary. I can't. And went in like thinking this woman was, I mean, I think she was on their side at first. And then obviously she realized what a nutbag she was. but I cannot believe he allowed this to happen.
So someone is asking, is Turtle Boy really deleting episodes? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. I know that some of his earlier ones got taken down. I don't know if they were deleted or if YouTube took them down. You can still find them on Rumble. So I don't know. I wish I could tell you, but I don't know.
I feel like, I don't know why he would do that, because he knows that they're all like preserved. So I don't know what the reason is.
Yeah. I mean, he can delete everything he wants, but we have it all.
Oh, and that would be a really stupid move, because he would get in huge trouble both in the civil case and the criminal case if he did something like that. That would be really, really stupid.
Yeah.
And I can't see him doing that. He doesn't,
No, his ego is just too big.
Well, why would he? It's First Amendment protected speech. Why would he ever delete those?
I mean, Jenny, you're allowed. You're allowed to do that. Every time he says that, I'm like, you sound like you're 3. You understand that?
My mom said I'm
allowed
to stand here.
I'm allowed.
Okay, paragraph 94. During that same interview, Reed falsely stated, referring to, among others, the plaintiffs, they're being federally investigated and they know it. They know they killed John. During that same interview, Reed was asked what she thought of Kearney's tactics that had resulted in criminal charges against him for witness intimidation. Reed responded in part by referring to the plaintiffs and falsely stating, it's impossible for me to have any sympathy for any of these witnesses. They're murderers and they know it. So that's a part they edited out then, right? From what we saw.
Oh, yeah.
Because that didn't make the final cut.
And so I think that, Terry has a lot of integrity, because that would have been very splashy to put that in. But I think Terry was like, I have no evidence that these people are murderers. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah. Thank God for her, right?
Yeah. Thank God for Terry.
I know.
God
imagine if it was some like scumbag that she had hooked herself to, which she's notorious for doing. I mean, look at all the people.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine what that documentary would have been like. I can't.
Yeah. No.
But I mean, also, Terry's a very smart woman. I mean, she was probably thinking we're going to get sued. I mean, I'm sure when they put all their lawyers, they were like, you cannot put any of this in there. What?
Absolutely not.
Ma'am, no.
I mean, they're murderers and they know it. Like, what?
Can you imagine? Like her, like all of the people at that place watching this and being like, oh my God.
I would be like, she is psycho and we know it.
Yeah.
And so are her attorneys.
Yeah. For letting her do this. Like, what attorney would be like, okay, you're my client, you go defame people.
Yeah.
I'm going to sit here and watch.
Well, and
they
then that's
really thought she was getting a guilty.
Yeah.
That was shocking to them.
Well, I mean, the ego bath, right? That ego bath.
Yeah.
But they also really thought they were going to get it dismissed. And when it didn't get dismissed, they should have taken a step back and been like,
no, you're right. You're right.
But they didn't. They just kept going. I mean,
this one's even better. This one's even better.
On June 15, 2024, Reed gave a recorded statement to Mira and her team that Brian Higgins, Brian Albert, and Colin Albert had a motive to kill O'Keefe, but she was not sure of the circumstances in which they did kill him.
Not sure.
She said, what I think may have happened if the Higgins motive is the motive for what happened to John, or if it's combined Higgins and Colin Albert, who I think is the biggest hothead of the whole group.
So she is actually saying here, which is hilarious, that the Higgins motive, meaning her texts with him, like, is she out of her mind?
Right, girl. He was not interested.
No,
he was not interested in you.
He was
so in love with her that he coordinated with a 17-year-old boy to take John out, because that's definitely what an ATF agent would go to a 17-year-old child to coordinate a murder.
Hey, I know your jersey says 34 for 34. You and me, bud.
Can't you just hear her when you read that statement? What I think may have happened.
Yeah.
You know, she talks like that.
Yeah.
In that weird way.
Odd way of talking.
Yeah.
I cannot believe she said if Higgins' motive is the motive for what happened to her, or if it's combined, Higgins and Colin Albert. Like,
yeah, the two of them definitely conspired together, Karen. What a duo.
They were like, wow, I can't believe we're both here tonight and that we both want to kill John.
Let me crunch up a beer can and throw it on his lawn first. Like,
who thought we would end up here tonight together to be able to do this? And Big Bad Brian is here who can help us. Like,
even better. Higgins sliding up to Colin. Hey, Colin. What do you think about that John guy?
Oh my God.
It's so ridiculous.
It's so stupid. It's so sophomoric. And like, literally, there's something wrong with her.
I wrote better stories. Yeah, I wrote better stories in middle school in creative writing. I mean, this is nuts. This is
read the next line. Read the next line.
Carrie's like,
it gets even better.
It gets better. So, okay, or if it's combined Higgins and Colin Albert, who I think is the biggest hothead of the whole group, I think Higgins could have shared with Brian Albert what happened between Higgins and me. And Brian Albert used that as another reason not to like John O'Keefe.
I just need to interrupt because I am pretty sure, and I could be wrong, I think Brian Albert just met John O'Keefe 5 days before this.
He did.
Correct?
And Karen even said that in a text message to, I believe it was Aidan, that they had just met like 5 days before.
He didn't know him. He didn't know John.
Right. So what basis would he have to not like him?
He'd be like, yo, Brian, this girl. It's so stupid.
Did you read that Brian Albert used what happened between Higgins and me? You were texting? What?
Right. And you accosted him and kissed him, like, as you were walking him out, and like now all of a sudden, like, he's gonna kill a man for you. Like, what?
Again, like we've always said, like, Higgins wanted her so bad he was going to kill John, but then he framed her so she would go to jail.
This paragraph here is so embarrassing.
It's so ridiculous.
I just wonder, like, in high school, like, this reminds me of a girl who was just sitting by herself, wishing two guys would get in a fist fight.
Yes.
The fact that, like, that is exactly what it is, which is why I'm saying there is something wrong with her mentally.
She was like telling Ann Peruti, that she hopes boys fight her.
Oh my God. Ann Peruti.
Oh my God.
It's that bad. It's that bad.
It is. So Brian Albert has his friend, Higgins. And his beloved nephew, Colin Albert, coming to him saying, John O'Keefe's a pain in my ass.
Why is John a pain in Colin Albert, a 17-year-old kid's ass? What is going on? What is she talking about?
She's a weirdo. Karen Reed is a weirdo.
What does that even mean?
She's a weirdo.
17 years old. What is she talking about?
I think I've said it probably 100 times on the show, but she lives in this very strange
that doesn't even make any sense
in her head.
That doesn't even make any sense.
And the way she said, John O'Keefe.
Pain in
my ass.
What? I don't even think Colin knew him. I don't think Colin knew John.
There's enough motive to go around. What, Karen? What are you talking about? the only person he had a problem with, Karen, was you.
You.
Mm-hmm.
The person he asked multiple times to stop calling him that day, to stop texting him. You were the only person.
She's going to be so screwed when they ask to pose her about these. This is insane.
There's enough motive to go around. So we can make it fit wherever we need to make it fit, basically, right? I know that Brian Albert did not care for John on his own. How do you know that?
Like, now she's in Brian Albert's head.
Right.
Oh, look at this next line.
You met him 5 days before. Did you have his number? Was he texting you about John? Like, Karen, what the hell are you doing with John? Like, he didn't know you guys. Like,
well, I think it was that, like, she said he made a comment the first night that they met, like, oh, we like.
Yes.
Listen, Karen, I don't know how many uncles you have, but I remember going and meeting like my husband's family lived in another state. And that's what they said to me. And they love my husband. That's their nephew. Like, you weirdo. You freaking weirdo.
She's such a fucking weirdo.
Yeah, that's the same. I mean, that's just,
they're
just saying you are good for him. We like you.
He's making a joke. Like, oh yeah, we like you. Like, it was a joke.
Right. It had nothing to do with John. Or his feelings towards John or anything like that. I know that Colin Albert had issues that I witnessed with John.
This is a bold-faced lie.
Yeah, it's a total lie. And honestly, Colin probably didn't even think about John ever. He was 17. Who's going to think about the guy that lives down the street? Nobody.
They live in two different worlds.
I think when he was on the stand, they did ask him if I remember, and I think he said he just knew of him because of what happened with the kids. You know, he had heard the story.
Right, but I mean, like, that's it.
You know, and that's it. So this is the big lie that she made up about the
beer cans,
and the whole thing. Who we all know now was some other kid that everybody knows that it wasn't Colin Albert. So these are just like bold lies.
Yep.
Liar, liar, pants on fire.
And even the thing that they tried with the walking across the lawn or whatever, that wasn't even Colin.
The little one, yeah.
That was Dylan. And then John felt so bad that he went down there and gave him candy. Like, it was like, you weirdo, you damn weirdo.
Yeah. Well, it's like, every lie has a little bit of truth to it, right? She just spun these stories into something that they weren't, but they did start with the basis of truth. She just changed it.
Yes.
So I want her to explain what she witnessed with John and Colin. That's going to be a good question during her deposition.
Her deposition is going to be awful.
How do they even finish it? It's going to take days.
And she has no impulse control.
Right.
So we know she's going to lose her mind.
Yep.
I just, thank God there's not going to be a car.
Right. Oh God. So it could have been as simple as everyone was drunk and John got mouthy with Colin and, caught an uppercut and it just escalated from there.
You weirdo. Like, that didn't happen. And John wasn't mouthy. And
John got mouthy with a 17-year-old who was home in bed.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's how little you think of John, that you think he would go after a kid.
Right.
John's not you, Karen.
Yeah. I don't know any man that is, in their later 40s, early 50s that would have a fight with a 17-year-old.
No.
Get out of here, kid. Like,
no. Caught an uppercut.
Like,
she's such a weirdo.
She is so weird. God, she's weird.
On June 22nd, 2024, Reed stated in an interview with Mirror that, I know Brian Higgins had a role in helping kill him, help him get him in the snow and help frame me. But I don't think Higgins necessarily would have wanted to really hurt John. I think Brian Albert and Colin Albert would have enjoyed roughing John up.
Oh my God.
She's sick. So now,
17.
Yeah. So Karen has moved from weird level to sick human being level.
Yeah.
Yep. But during the second trial, didn't they try to say that?
Yes.
They tried to pin it all on Higgins.
Yeah, she retooled.
Yeah. And I had put that post on Twitter. When you read those communications, this was not a man who was passionately in love with Karen Reed. This was a man who was like,
what is happening? I think that's what everyone forgets is he was the one that blew her off.
Correct.
And then she was texting him and he was like, I thought you were all set. What's going on? And she was the one always,
she was the aggressor.
Always. I mean, free Karen Reed, you can try to spin it all you want. We have the text messages. Like, you can't.
You're hot. You should. Are you sure you're okay to drive? Yeah, I have an office at CPT. Oh, you should have stayed here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
come on. If he was passionately in love with her, he'd be like, be right back.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Any guy would have.
Yeah.
That was like madly in love with somebody.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Further, during the interview, Mira asked Reed, "You make such strong statements about, I think Colin killed him. I don't know how without getting sued, because I don't even know if I hope we're gonna be able to use some of that because it's public record what you said." Reed responded, "If Colin can prove that I'm lying and this is defamatory, he can sue me."
Well, you got your wish,
Well,
dumb bitch.
There you go.
Yep.
There you go. he certainly can sue you. Yep. Yep. So, and I'm pretty sure that he can prove you're lying.
Yeah.
And
I know he can prove you're lying.
Yeah,
Exactly.
And I think, you know, for all of us, it was the addition, like it would be bad enough if it was just Jen, Brian Albert, and Brian Higgins, right? That would be bad enough. That would turn my stomach. But the fact that she added a 17-year-old, and I think if you ask Jen and you ask Brian and you ask Brian, they're going to tell you they feel worse for Colin than they do for themselves. Yeah. This is a sick move to include a kid. Real sick.
Yeah.
They all had their lives, right? They all had she ruined Ryan and Brian's careers, right? But they had them, they had, their families. This kid was 17.
He hadn't even started life yet.
He hadn't even started. You just destroyed him. You destroyed him.
We know as adults, right? When things happen to us, at the ages we are now, we have our life experience. You can kind of put them into perspective. Mm-hmm. When you're that age, you don't have that life experience. Yeah. This is devastating times 7 million.
Yes.
For a person that age. And it's devastating for a person of our age. This would be devastating.
Yeah.
And it doesn't just stop here. They just did it last week, lying, saying he didn't go to his deposition. When he sat in his deposition, they didn't go. Yep. They have been doing this to this kid for 3 years. It's sick.
Disgusting. It's
demented.
Disgusting.
It's demented.
And they've changed who he is, who he would.
Oh, 100%.
Nobody knows who Colin would have been. Mm-hmm. Not saying anything negative to him, but about him, but this 100% would change you. You're not the same person you would be had this not happened to you.
No. His whole life was he was going to college to play football. And
how dare you? How dare you? You had the opportunity to grow up, to go to school, to choose the career you wanted to choose, to travel, to do all of that without anybody interfering with your life, your personality, your family, just life as you know it. No one interfered with you. And you picked this kid to literally try to destroy his life.
Well, you know why Colin got picked, right? I mean, it's because of Michael Proctor.
Right.
So the only connection that she could get for Proctor
was
with Julie and his sister.
Right.
And so then Colin was just collateral
damage. And unfortunately, there was a Looney Tune, Tom Beatty, who was more than happy.
And he is a Looney Tune.
And he's a Looney Tune. He was more than happy to, just
contribute to
all of this and just lie upon lie and just drag this poor kid. That's how sick that guy is too.
Yeah.
To do that to this kid.
Yep.
It's repulsive. It's repulsive.
Yeah.
And I know y'all know it, Karen Reed. Y'all, your remarks. Oh, he's an adult. He's an adult. He was 17. He wasn't an adult.
No.
You're not an adult. He's 21. I know you all have kids. You know that these are not adults. So stop it. Stop.
Their brains are not fully formed.
They're not.
At 21.
Stop saying.
At 20. Yeah. I mean, come on.
Sound like a bunch of idiots.
Reed made these false statements about Jennifer McCabe, Colin Albert, Brian Albert, and Brian Higgins' involvement in the death of O'Keefe, even though she knew that she was. Oh, wait, is this different? Yes. Sorry. Okay. That she was responsible for O'Keefe's death when she struck O'Keefe with her car while backing up at a high rate of speed just after 12:30 a.m. on January 29, 2022. A fact she admitted several times on January 29, 2022. Reed also knew that Jennifer McCabe, Colin Albert, Brian Albert, and Brian Higgins had nothing to do with O'Keefe's death. Knowing that her statements were likely to be disseminated to a mass audience, Reed defamed the plaintiffs in this manner in order to discredit them and deflect responsibility from herself. 113, this is new. On November 4th, 2024, Kearney posted, or I think that's supposed to say posted, right? On his official X account, a photo of Brian Albert and stated, Brian Albert went out for lunch today at the Longwood Galleria in Boston. It didn't go the way he hoped. I'd share my thoughts on this, but when I did that with Chris Albert, I was indicted for witness intimidation. So for now, I'll just say that I'll just say that even if they get away with what they did to, I need to make this a little bigger, sorry. John O'Keefe, this is going to be their life moving forward. Should have come out of the house.
And so we've played that video before. Brian is
so
in the mall,
disturbing. It's
and
so
he's
disturbing.
just trying to eat his lunch. And then some weirdo that
trash bag. Can we call her what she is? A trash bag.
And she comes over on the intercom and horrible. And I remember when that happened, and the concern at the time, Brian and Nicole's concern wasn't for Brian. It was that their children were going to see their father, that their father put through that on social media. It's disgusting. The people that have participated in this, you are disgusting.
Yeah, that's a hard watch. That's a hard watch.
That's hard. Yeah, I remember when that came out.
And once again, there he is, encouraging someone doing that, posting it, and letting them know, this is going to come out of the house. This is going to be your life moving forward.
Yeah.
So can I just say, all of these people are under this impression, because Alan Jackson kept saying it. There is absolutely no duty anywhere in any state in the United States for a first responder to respond to an emergency if they're not actually working. Because remember, he kept saying he's a first responder. He had a duty to respond. There is no such thing that doesn't exist. They're not required to do that. And he was asleep.
Right. That's what I was going to say. So he was asleep until John was gone by the time that Brian woke up. First of all. Second of all, this was CPD's investigation at that point. He was MSP. Not MSP. He was BPD,
which they would have never had jurisdiction. And even if he come out, they would have made that into another.
Right. And you do not get involved in other agencies' investigations without an invitation. And yes, go ahead.
Well, as far as, Brian and my husband are the same age. I have a dog. I have a huge dog. I have a Rottweiler. I think they're more prone to attack than a German Shepherd. And I can tell you that my husband has slept through many things. And if my husband's sleeping and the door to the bedroom is shut, the dog's not responding either.
Yep.
So y'all are crazy. Y'all are.
Well, you guys know what our whole family slept through a few months ago.
Yes.
And both of our dogs, same thing. Our door was shut. We were in our bed. And my neighbors, they were like, how in the world did you guys sleep through all of that? I mean, it was hours. People were walking into our driveway. We had lights pointing into our bedroom, like emergency lights and siren, like the strobes and all of that.
Yeah.
But again, they didn't have their sirens on, just like they didn't have the sirens on when they were at 34 Fairview. It was the same thing. It's the middle of the night. They don't turn it on if they don't have to, because they don't want to wake people up that don't have to wake up. We slept through all of it.
Yeah.
And so did both of our dogs.
You could. It's a strong possibility that you could. Unless
I told you guys the same story my son and I did. There were 4 cop cars, I think 3 or 4 fire engines on the street. Our entire neighborhood was out there. He and I slept through the entire
same thing. The whole neighborhood.
I was embarrassed the next day. People kept asking.
I know.
I mean, if you and these two can verify it now because they know Brian Albert. If you knew this man and you thought that he would not have come out of his house,
he would have 100%. 100%.
You're just so dumb. Like I can't even say it enough. He would have been out there doing Brian Higgins as well.
Yeah.
I mean, those two men, let me just tell you, they
would have been the first people
out there.
Yeah.
First people out there.
I gotta tell you, like, I mean, we met all the people that were there that night. And if I were to have been injured that night, I think every single one of those people would have rushed.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I don't know where you guys are getting this impression of these people outside, obviously.
Well, Aidan Kearney's telling them, Julie.
Karen and
They are not at all.
No.
Yeah.
Nope. Did I? Oh yeah, we already read this. Okay, and they just added. That's just where they added his.
Oh, so they added the video.
Yeah, good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where he tweeted about it. Yeah.
Yeah, I would love for a jury to see that video.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
As part of that trial, the Commonwealth subpoenaed Kearney to provide testimony. On April 16, 2025, Kearney, through his counsel.
I mean, there are still.
They love to say this.
There are still. They say it at least once a day that he did not invoke his Fifth Amendment.
They love to say this never happened. Here,
I gotta tell you, he's gonna do the same thing.
Oh,
he's gonna do the same thing in the civil cases. He is going to plead the fifth.
Yeah, he's not going to testify.
So Kearney, through his counsel, informed the trial court that if the Commonwealth called him as a witness, Kearney would invoke his Fifth Amendment privilege against self-incrimination. I mean, honestly, this was the smart thing to do, right? Because he would have incriminated himself.
Yes.
Not that I want to call him smart, but this was the smart move.
The only reason why he did it is because his attorney told him.
Right.
To.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, he wouldn't have been able to make that on his own.
No.
Remember how excited he was to go up against Brennan? Remember how excited?
Wait until I go up there and I'm going to be asking Brennan the questions.
Yeah. Well, he said he's going to do that with Chris Matty too.
And he thinks in his criminal case that he's going to get on the stand and do a soliloquy. That is not how that works, sir.
No.
You're not doing that.
No, you're not doing it.
Oh God. He thinks he's going to walk up there with a slideshow and presentation, a little pointer thing, a laser pointer.
Put in my PTO and book a hotel so I can be every day of his trial.
Yes.
So if they called him as a witness, Kearney would invoke his Fifth Amendment privilege against self-incrimination. In support of that assertion, Kearney's counsel asked the court to take judicial notice of the 16 indictments against Kearney. Kearney was present in the courtroom when his counsel invoked the Fifth Amendment on his behalf. In contrast, the plaintiffs each testified under oath several times, including during the first trial of Karen Reed. The plaintiffs never invoked their Fifth Amendment privilege against self-incrimination in connection with any testimony or statement to law enforcement.
Not one time.
Not once.
No. And they won't do it again. They will.
So
you'll be hearing from them again.
Okay, I want to stop at 124. You probably don't have it on there. And so 124 is about Lucky. And so it probably isn't on there. So 124 is on June 4th, 2025. And this was in the last trial when Hank had questioned Lucky on whether or not he had been threatened. And Lucky said he wasn't threatened. So Kearney posted a video recapping day 27 of the Reed trial in response to the testimony of Brian Lucky Lawford, a plow driver who testified on the defense's behalf. Kearney said, "I run Canton. I'm the mayor of Canton. I'm the most powerful person in Canton. Lucky, you don't have to worry about them anymore. The big wolf is dead. I slayed them," referring to the McCabes and Alberts, "are nothing." Referencing the McCabes and the Alberts, he continued, "They're pissing their pants every single day, counting down the days of their freedom. like Jennifer McCabe is every day. She's a free woman. She's grateful for her freedom because she knows that she's going to spend a significant amount of time in federal prison, and it's going to be glorious when that happens. And so we're going to take a little bit of a field trip here. And so, as you all know, we have Aidan Kearney's extraction. It's limited to the time before October 11th. That was when he was arrested. But I posted on Twitter, I put this post up. And so what this post was the text in green was the beginning of the communication, and the text in blue was the end of the communication. There absolutely was some communication in between this. However, the way that I had characterized it was 100% correct. And the reason why I posted this way instead of posting the whole exchange is because David Yannetti had gone on Aidan Kearney's fundraiser and said that we were taking things out of context and that we were not telling the truth. And the truth is he absolutely was calling Lucky a rat. So I wanted to see what would happen because I knew that I was telling the truth. It was a test, right? So do you have integrity? Are you going to lie, blatantly lie? Are you going to ignore it? What are you going to do? And so what happened was David Yannetti came along after someone made up a lie for him that he was speaking about the police and not Lucky. And David said, just saw this pathetic, sad, desperate, attention-seeking Midwest housewife has lied again. She put those two messages together as if one was response to the other. It wasn't. Leave Lucky the hell alone, mean girl. So the reality is the messages in between make it even worse for Mr. Yannetti. And I would like to stop and say, David Yannetti and Mark Betterow, the reason why I put it in my bio that I'm just a random Midwest housewife is because that's how they refer to me. Sorry, you guys, we have a super bad storm. That's how they refer to me.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they're both going to hell, God said. But anyway, so that is very misogynistic, right? So you can be a misogynist, you can be a racist, you can say it in a nice way. It doesn't change the words. You're being very misogynistic. So here is the actual exchange, right? And if you guys want to take a screenshot of it, it will prove to you that David Yannetti, when he said the rats are leaving the sinking ship, was speaking specifically about Lucky Loughran. Lucky Loughran had, for lack of a better term, ghosted the defense. And when Aidan Kearney got involved in the story, in order to make their conspiracy work, they needed two people. They needed Stephen Scanlon and they needed Lucky Loughran. And so Aidan set out on that path after a conversation that he had on the phone with Karen Reed on May 7th. And so he says about that conversation that she gave him the things that he needed, but she could not give them to him because they were from the defense. It would be leaking information. The reality is Karen had nothing. She had nothing. She had nothing from Lucky, and she had nothing from Stephen Scanlon. I don't know what occurred in that call, but what I can tell you is after that call, Aidan Kearney went after Stephen Scanlon and Lucky Loughran. Now, we're going to get into some videos here, but I've got another set of text messages. It's another one you can screenshot. This is Aidan Kearney admitting, because he tells in the one that I just put up, he's telling David Yannetti he has a tape recorded conversation with Lucky Loughran. And here is his confession that he wiretapped Lucky without his knowledge and that Lucky was too dumb to go to the police. That's not me being a mean girl. That's these people taking advantage of Lucky Loughran. So the first video that we're going to watch is Aidan just this past week, and he went on Justice Served, and he said some things. And so let's hear what Aidan has to say about this in this lawsuit and about Lucky.
What's funny is in this amended lawsuit today, they put in there something about how I questioned her about the 227 search. Did you see that? That I didn't believe it. And I did a story on this like a week ago, and I actually put all those messages between me and Karen in there with where I'm like, is this fake? I'm like, is this legit? Is this a frame job? It looks like it is. So what happened with that was I didn't know about Lucky Loughran, right? He was not in the April 12th filing. So I had no idea that there was an eyewitness that drove by the house and didn't see a body at 2:30, right? So I was always under the impression that John's body was put out there as soon as Karen left, right? I was that's what I thought. That was my working whatever. And so for first few weeks of my show, I was saying that. I'm like, they put him out there at 12:35, blah, blah, blah. And Karen messaged me and she's like, I don't want to see you lose your reputation over this. But you might want to rethink about who would be driving down the road during a snowstorm. And I'm like, if you see my answers, it's almost comical. I'm like, Berkowitz, Tom Beatty. I'm like guessing. And she's like, no, think harder. She's like trying to lead me, in the right direction. And I'm just not getting it. And eventually, like, she's like, no, it's Aidan. It's somebody. What if somebody said there was no body there? Because we believe the body was put out later. And I'm like, and that's when I said, but what about the 227 search? Because I always thought the 227 search was for when he was already out there, right? Like how long is it going to take for him to die? But it also makes sense if he's not out there because the plan is to put him out there, right? Like I never thought of it like that. And so I'm very frustrated because I'm getting these riddles from Karen. She's not being like direct with me, and I don't like riddles. I'm also kind of impatient. And so I get upset with her and I lose my cool a little bit. And I'm like, what's going on here? Like with the 227, like, what are you talking about? You're saying this is fake. Like, what do you say? You're legitimizing them. And that's what they put in the stupid filing. But when you think about it, but then they don't put the part where at the end, she gives me her phone number. We actually talked for the first time on the phone. I'd never talked to her before. It's May 7th. And she told me all about Lucky Loughran, and that just changed everything. She's like, but you can't report it because it's not in the filing. It's not public. So if you were to find the plow driver on your own independently, which I eventually did 3 months later, then you can report it because you found him on your own. But you can't use my private investigator's report. That would obviously have come from me, and we're not doing that. Like, so that's not public right now. So you can't, sometimes sources give you stuff off the record and you're like, God damn, I got to sit on this. But that's journalism. You can't use it.
You can't use it. And people should know that when a source says you can't use it, you can't use it. If you've promised them you can't use it, especially. And then you got to go find.
So again, she had nothing to give him because Lucky had ghosted them. She didn't have an affidavit. She had nothing. And whatever she gave him, she risked Lucky saying that's not true. So he has already been enticed, right? He's going to be the face of this story. He's going to be a millionaire. He's going on Dateline. He's going to do all this stuff. This is what she told him. So after that conversation, Aidan starts going after Lucky and Stephen Scanlon. And this is really where the conspiracy, and a conspiracy does not have to be explicit. It does not have to be, me looking at Jenny and saying, you and I are going to do XYZ crime. It can be implied. And so after the conversation, a month after he has that conversation about Lucky and Stephen, he says it's just Lucky, but I have a feeling Stephen was included in that 3 hours. Aidan does this on his show.
So there's two names here. We gotta get to Mr. Lucky and we gotta get to Mr. Stephen. They should, again, it is in your best interest, Stephen and Mr. Lucky, to contact me. Like, let's just put it that way. Easy way and a hard way, sirs. Easy way and a hard. We can do things the way you've been doing them, or we can do them the Turtle Boy way. I know whatever you're probably afraid, right? You don't want to come forward. You fear the Alberts, but you should fear me. Like, not fear, not like physical fear, but like I said, the Alberts fear me much more than I fear them, because I have the ability to severely change their lives. And that goes for you too, Stephen. and that goes for you too, Mr. Lucky. We don't have to get into that yet. But I know your friends are gonna send this to you. I just want you to know you've wanted to keep a low profile for a reason. I get it. I'm not gonna allow it anymore. Just know that. The jig is up. Time's up. You've had the chance to do the right thing. So now you've chosen not to, and now I'm giving you an ultimatum. You need to contact me and do the right thing, and you're going to have a conversation with me, or Brian Albert finds out what you did, and then you can deal with him. I heard he's real friendly. I heard he's real nice. Yeah, you can deal with it. He doesn't know, does he? He doesn't know what you did. He doesn't know what you did, does he? Huh? He's going to find out. He's going to find out, and I got proof. So we'll see. Yeah, I'm being intentionally vague. Right now to protect them a little bit. But I just want to let them know I got you, though. I got you. Do the right thing.
So that's one of the creepiest videos that I've ever seen from him. Whenever I watch it, it's so cringe.
How does anybody listen to that and not think?
I don't know. I know.
So I actually have 2 more videos to go with this, but I have to log off. We are under a tornado watch.
Okay.
There was a tornado. Sorry, warning. There was a tornado just to the west or east.
Yeah, you go be safe. We'll do the last 2 videos.
I gotta go.
We're gonna call it. Okay. Be safe.
Do you have the video, Scary?
No.
I don't either.
Do I have the videos? I don't even know how to turn I don't even know how to do anything. No.
I don't have them either.
I'm like, oh, God. You take it. She's texting right now. She's probably like, you don't know how to do it. You guys, I don't know how to do anything on this. If I didn't have Jimmy, oh my gosh. But yeah, that video.
We'll just have
that video is nuts.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
Nuts. Like when those are the kind of videos with him that I watch, and I literally can't believe anyone subscribes to his way, like that they believe him, that they listen to him, that they like him. Like that is one of the most threatening videos I've ever seen. I mean, he is threatening him and just like
multiple times.
Oh my God. It's
both of them.
And I'm pretty sure Lucky was a witness, right? Was he a witness for? It's so crazy. I don't
know both times.
Yeah. I don't know what's wrong with my state. I don't know what to say.
How does he not have charges against Lucky? Well, Lucky
probably would. Yeah. But that was some big time witness intimidation. But we're gonna obviously call it because Julie had to leave. But we have we're not done with the filing. We thought we could finish, but of course we all talk when we're way too much because what should have taken us 20 minutes to read it's now been 2 hours and 23 minutes and we're not done. But we have so many good things coming up in the filing because we haven't even gotten into David Giannetti being on Kearney's fundraiser and Kearney trying to destroy a fundraiser that we're having for the witnesses. So we're not done with the filing. We're almost done. So maybe we can do it like at the beginning. We'll do it we just talk maybe Sunday or Monday if everyone else can. We'll see what Julie's doing and the other ladies probably. Mm-hmm. But that would be good if everyone we can do it next couple of days and finish it. It shouldn't take long.
No, there's not. Hold on, let me go through let me look at where we're at.
We're on 131.
Yeah, there's not much at all. Yeah. There's not much left at all. So we could even like finish it at the beginning of another show.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's the next ones they're really good.
Yeah.
So
yep.
All right. Well, that was a great show, and I'll pray for Julie. That's scary.
We got Julie. They're all in her basement now.
Yeah, poor Julie. I heard Herbie when she was dead. Did you hear Herbie in the background?
I did too. Yeah, I didn't realize that was lightning and thunder that I was hearing like from her.
I know that was
happening. I was like, what is
so
going
loud.
on?
I know.
Yeah, that's scary. Big.
All right, guys. Well, thank you guys so much. And thanks for reading that, G.
Yep, no problem.
All right,
We'll let
so
you guys
we'll
know. Yeah, we'll let you guys know when we're going to reschedule. So,
all right. And everybody tonight, if you can go to testify.org, or the Venmo's right there, and donate to the witnesses so they can, you know, I mean, just listen to this stuff and, you know, with her. Yeah, it's so important that they're able to fight this and hold these people accountable. So if you guys could donate, that would be amazing. And we will see you guys soon.
Adios.
Bye, G.